With the Rhinox Pallet Forks, let us help you lift the load.
Hello, my name's Will and I'm the Sales Director here at Rhinox Group.
Hello, I'm Terry and I am the Key Account Manager at Rhinox.
And today we're going to be discussing the Rhinox Excavator Pallet Forks, what they are, what they do and how we can save you money. Terry, could you explain what this attachment is and where it may be best used?
Yep, I'll have a go. So this is a pallet fork attachment which is used on excavators with a standard pickup, and best uses would be on the site where you've got like limited or small amount of space to operate, and it obviously would help to mean that you don't have underutilised machinery on site like a telehandler sitting there idle. Excellent. And also the labour cost as well of a telehandler driver. Yeah,
so it cuts back on the operator and reduces your hire rate and increases in versatility. When considering excavator pallet forks, there are a number of challenges that do come up on a regular basis, so I wanted to address those 3 points directly. Number one is that the undercarriage on the excavator gets worn out more quickly because it's tracking backwards and forwards across the site rather than using a telehandler. That is a consideration that does need taking into account, but when you build in the hire of a telehandler, you have to consider whether you feel that that is going to be more of a negative or that the benefit of having that versatility is more beneficial to you. The second point is that when using the pallet forks on, say, a 7 to 9 ton excavator, there is a risk of tipping the excavator over. But as with any attachment, you do have to consider that it's down to operator's discretion on whether that attachment should be actually doing the job that you're considering and doing. The third point is that the excavator is getting used for other tasks than what its primary purpose is, that is digging. And what I would say to that is the excavator has evolved considerably when you consider things like steel wrist and tilt rotators. The excavator has become very, very versatile and can actually make your task more simple than you've been considering in the past.
Some of the key features of the Rhinox Pallet Forks is the multi-pin pickup and the ease of the setup, so it's easy to change the pins around. Also we've got the robust frame and robust setup. It's also got floating forks, which means it's easier to pick up the load and locate the load. And the benefit of floating as opposed to the fixed is that when you put the forks down hard, it quite often would damage the frame.
Interesting. So that takes on nicely to this point where we've actually got a centre brace bar here. That came from market feedback when we were looking at developing this product, that people said they would like the floating forks, but the bar bent and got distorted, so we've inserted this robust design centrepiece. We've also added a very strong crash plate at the bottom. This means that when the forks come back round, they hit up against a strong base plate and it stops that, again, twisting and buckling the frame. And then right round the back here, we've actually got a stand on our pallet forks. Again, from market feedback, people said when they put their forks down, they would rock back, and then when you came to pick them back up, it would be very difficult to select the pins and pick it back up. So we've put a strong stand on the back. And then the final point is that we actually offer a certificate of conformity for 6 months with our forks, and we can do that because we're the manufacturer. Other people out there do resell these forks and they are not able to offer that full 6 months certificate of conformity and would need to get Lola tested before they could be used.
So that's, just to clarify, that means it's live from the date of dispatch?
Yeah, that's correct.
Brilliant. How to use the Rhinox Pallet Forks? First of all, make sure that you select the right size pins for the machine that you're using and make sure that they're securely bolted in place, and then make sure that the remaining pins are secured in the carriage underneath. Secondly, set the fork at the correct centres for the load that you're picking up and make sure they're secured with the fork screws. And thirdly, make sure that your machine is capable to pick up the load that you're endeavouring to pick up with the forks. And lastly, position your forks under the load, making sure that you don't drive the forks into the ground, and off you go. Well, let's address some frequently asked questions. Number one, are you able to buy spare parts for the Rhinox Pallet Forks?
In short, yes. All components that make up this attachment are available for next day delivery if you would contact one of our customer service team.
And what pickup can you use these for?
Well, it can be used for any standard quick coupler that picks up on 2 pins from a 7-ton excavator through to a 25-ton excavator. And very shortly we will be offering the S60 tilt rotator pallet forks, and we'll keep in touch with that in future.
Excellent. And then lastly, what's the safe working load on these forks?
The safe working load for both the 7 to 9 ton pallet forks and for the 12 to 25 ton is 2,500 kg or 2.5 tons. So that is the working load of the pallet forks, but as we always recommend, it's down to the operator to consider what the machine is able to lift at the point of you actually go to use them.
The Rhinox pallet forks are available in 2 sizes. That's a 7 to 9 ton, which comes with a 45, 50 and 60mm pin, and also the 12 to 25 ton, which comes with a 65 and 80mm pins.
And the price at the point of filming is £1,350, and when you consider this in relation to £400 a week hire for a telehandler, this would pay for itself in a very short space of time.
And don't forget, you'd have to pay for an operator on top of that.
That's interesting. And you can actually purchase this pallet forks on our website and also by ringing one of our friendly customer service people, and they'd be more than willing to help you.
Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Subscribe to us on our YouTube channel and follow us on our social media links below. Questions that we get asked are secondly, secure your gap for your pallet forks. No. Hello?
Well, hello.